What up, y'all? Illegit here. Um, I just made a deep score, deep cash, deep run, whatever, in the nightly 100K a couple days ago on Monday, and so and I recorded live for like most of it, um, but what ended up happening is it becomes a 4.5 hour video, which is absurdly long and would be like a million parts on YouTube. So I'm gonna do a hand history video. Hopefully it'll go a lot faster than 4.5 hours. Obviously it will, and then I can post that up instead. And then maybe I can provide a link in the description to like a download of the whole thing somewhere online or something. If you guys of the live commentary, that is, if you want to watch that. It probably won't be there right now when these first come up. Okay, so we're just going to skip through the meaningless hands, and yeah. What's going on? Okay, King Jack suited. Let's see what I do. Okay, this guy raises in early position. I call. We're pretty deep stacked. That's pretty standard. He checks. I check back. He checks. I bet for value. He check raises really small. I remember this hand. This hand was weird. I mean, he check, and then check raise small. So I call. I have a gut shot. The king is good sometimes, and sometimes he just gives up with a flush draw or something. And then river, he bets really big. I don't really know what he's doing, but I pretty much have to fold now. So I fold. Okay. Let's see what happens here. I might just lose my blind. Oh yeah, no, I decided to lead here. Jack 6-6 over a button limp. Fairly good chance neither of them hit this, and he just calls. Turns an 8. I thought I could still represent a 6, and this is how I would play a 6, so I two-barreled, and then trying to get him either off diamonds, which he doesn't fold too often now that I think about it, which is why this is bad, because if he does have diamonds, I have to fire again on the river to win, because if he misses, he's still going to check back and win most of the time if he has, like King X of diamonds, King 10 of diamonds, or whatever. And then a Jack or a 6, he's probably not folding. So the two barrel's kind of bad. The lead on the flop is fine because you're just going to take it down a lot. But he's not folding anything on the turn after calling the flop. So yeah, I'd give up there. And then now I just check, and he had King Jack. Let's see here. Okay, this guy opens small in early position. I flat. You can fold here too, but we're like 85 big blinds deep or something. So calling's not too bad. A lot of times you'll get multi-way action like this. Fold to a c-bet, obviously. Okay, then I fold a crap ton of hands, and let's see here. Come on, what is it doing? Oh, wrong hand, idiot. Sorry. Okay. I think I had just folded so many hands in a row that I decided to raise this, pretty much just based on my tight image, and I took it down. Then here folds to me. This was an accident hand. I remember this hand. This guy limped in the cutoff, and I didn't see that he limped. And I raised 3x, thinking I was just raising from the small blind, and there was no limpers, but there was. And so he calls, and I go ahead and flop two pair, which is sweet. I see bet, he calls, turns a jack, which is a terrible card. A decent part of his range to call flop is a jack, and then of course if he has any queen, he now has me out kicked. So I just check, he checks back, and then he checks it down with his pair and a flush draw, which I wish he would have just raised flop so he could have got it in. I would have stacked him. I don't know why he's just calling with a pair and a flush draw. Maybe he's still homies. He likes to slow play. Okay, now we got the good old ace jack. He raises. I flat on the button. That's okay. It's not great, but it's okay against this player. He checks. Clear value bet. Top pair, top kicker. He calls. Turns a 7. Another clear value / protection bet spot. He calls. River's a blank. Checks again. Just value bet shove here, guys. You only have one pair, but he very, very, very rarely has better than one pair. Most of the time I would think he has a hand like 10-9 or 10-8, and he might make a hero call, or maybe a queen jack or king jack, though I don't know why he would just check call the flop, but rather than a continuation bet. So I'm putting him mostly on like medium tens and stuff. And if he had made two pair, he would have bet himself. So just go ahead and value bet. And he calls and we double up. So that was good. Why is it doing this? Okay. Alright, ace queen, full 3x. If I was in middle position, I'd probably go 275 at this level. Early position, make it a little bigger, take it down. Ace queen again. See, there we go, 275 in late position. I get a call. Definitely see that this flop texture. He check raises small. I have to give up. Okay, now I think I get 3 ace queens in a row. Yep. I mean hands that I play. So raise under the gun, a little less than 3x at this level. Even from early position, take it down. 4-9-0, I must get a walk or check, and he leads and I shove just based on his stack size. Sorry, let's see that again. He only has 10 big blinds, and I would just shove pre with like or he has 11 almost. I would just shove pre with a very wide range of hands, but I decided to check, and then when you go ahead and flop second pair and he leads full pot, I mean it's a pretty, he's not representing very much, so and I just went ahead and put him in. He only had 10 big blinds, and normally I would shove pre-flop with a wide range of hands, and now that I flop second pair, I'm gonna shove too. So and take it down. Then we'll go here. 8, early position, standard open. We got flatted on the button. Really good flop for our hand. C bet, take it down. Ace jack, open it. Take it down. Okay, ace king, very next hand. Min raise in middle position. He's only got like 19 big blinds. Just go ahead and ship on him. He folds. Ace 9-0, limp, check. I decided to lead this because I have ace 9. It's sometimes good, and I have backdoor spades, and so other decent things can happen. I decided to give up though and lose to a jack. Let's see what we got going. Okay. 6-10, I get a walk again. Oh, what? Oh no, I remember this. Okay, so that's a pretty good flop for us. He leads full pot. I don't want to scare him off of his hand, so I just flat here, clearly, since he's betting so big to build a pot. He checks the turn and just gives up, unfortunately. Okay, ace 9 folds to us here. Isolate this guy. I think I had to read that this guy was limping like way too much. I mean, anyone who limps is obviously a donk, so you can isolate him pretty wide, even if you didn't know like that he was playing really loose. But yeah, so definitely isolate this guy. Instead, I got someone from the big blind. That's a good flop to see bet. I tanked a long time here when he led into me because he's obviously not representing much, and I was really going to shove, but because he had so many chips, I thought he would call with whatever he led with, so I just gave it up eventually. Okay, king B suited.